Salute, 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 salute to everybody. Salute to everybody. Salute to everybody. Blessings on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Now, we all know that man, it's on fire right now. It's on fire right now with the KarmeloAnthony case, the KarmeloAnthony lynching out of Collin County. And on both sides, this case has brought out what I feel America's been dying and waiting to see and do for so long, is to show your true colors, your true intentions. And yeah, man, we got to give it up to the one and only Donald J. Trump. See, we thought just because we got Obama that everything was, halfway cool. It was decent. And I tell you what, we have definitely found out that is not the case. Please make sure you hit the like button on the way coming in. Disclaimers in the description box and fair use is in effect here. Now, I want to be honest with you. I try to look at things, a little differently, and thought that, this God that, we pray to every night and get on our knees every night and say, hey, help me out and guide me through these trials and tribulations. But what we saw, what we witnessed here in America, was a straight out lynching. Now, when I, in the title, I got Carmelo parents, need to hear this. And what I'm about to play, I really do believe that that is the honest perspective and the honest way of looking at things when it comes to trying to get their son, from out of the Texas, the Texas penitentiary down there, and just, bring him back home. Now, I'm no fan of no Dr. Umar Johnson. I don't, buy into his some of the things he say, but he made a lot of sense. This past interview he did with Lom over there at It's Up podcast. And one thing that Dr. Umar Johnson mentioned, and I wanted to bring this up a long time ago, but I haven't heard nobody say anything about it. But this is what I was thinking of, when this case first started. Now, we all know, Eddie, was the one that most likely put this play into motion. And up in that tent, I didn't know that the play cousin, / girlfriend, was up in that tent as well. Allegedly, this is what I understand. This his friend girl maybe was up there too. But even if she wasn't, baby, we can't do that. We can't sit up here and call KarmeloAnthony dad delusional and weak. We can't do that. Because you don't know the stress. You don't know the stress that this man has been going through ever since this happened. You have no idea of the stress that this man has been going through behind this ordeal, dealing with his son and his family. See, we on the outside looking in. We're not moving 8 times because we have people, coming up there and telling us, hey, we're gonna knock you off if you don't, get this unalive up out of here. We're gonna unalive you, and you have no idea. And before I even go to what I was going to say about what Dr. Umar Johnson was saying, we listen to these busters out here like Charleston White that sit and put this weak ass propaganda out there. We listen to people like Charleston White that don't give a damn about the black community, or really don't give a damn about himself. So I can't agree with you and say that this man is weak and delusional. He has no balls. I'm going to tell you something. Having a job and going in there working with them white folks every day and trying to keep that job and put food on the table, shit, that's strong as you can get for me. I know how it is on them jobs. I know what goes on these jobs. Then he was the finance advisor too. So motherfuckers already, kind of, hating that he got that position. Just saying, we can't just sit up and assume that somebody is weak. And I don't care if you have a doctorate. I don't care if he was in the military. You have no idea what it is to be a man and being black in America is. You have no idea. You might have experienced some racism in your life, but you have no idea what being a black man in America is. Unless you got something to tell me. No coming up today, not just yet. But we got to be careful, man, what we say and what we do. The enemy is looking and, trying to, come in every day and disrupt and destroy. Make it fast. I'm trying to get to my commentary here. What's up?
To hell with that. I'm sorry. I listened to that dad, and for him to say, "Oh, we did everything right." One thing he seemed to have forgot. Whenever you walk into those rooms, you take it from somebody who was in the military, and I was a non-commissioned officer. I was a commissioned officer. I'm a nurse with a bachelor's degree. Even when I had my doctorate, I always knew when you walked into those rooms. And he from Louisiana, and that's why I don't give him a pass. Just like you and me, we're from Louisiana. We know at the first thing they see is our black skin. It don't matter how smart we are. It don't matter how good we are. It don't matter our education. We know that at the end of the day, it is our black skin. I would have never. I mean, I just wouldn't have hired. Even though they said that white defense attorney was good, I always go with black lawyers. When I did my employment lawsuit and won, when I did my defense lawyer. I just don't. I'm not saying all black people are
You
bad.
ready for me to rebuttal now?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Let me
Go
finish.
ahead. Go ahead.
All black people are bad. I'm not saying all white people are bad, But at the end of the day, when we walk into those rooms, we know what we are. We're black first. I don't care how good we are, what type of family we come from, or what neighborhood we. I live in an all white, predominantly I'm black, but I live in a predominantly white neighborhood. At the end of the day, I still know that I'm a black woman in this neighborhood, and I act accordingly. I don't, and I move accordingly. I say hi. I keep
Mhm.
moving. I don't invite them in my house. They bring me food. I don't eat it. No. And he, to me, it just looked like he got comfortable, even with not
Shh.
teaching his son. I'm sorry, teaching his son that
Be quiet, Sparkle.
Venezuelan girl he was dating. Son, I don't think this is a good idea. I know you like this girl. No way. And I had a cousin that, her sons, uh, they had, white girls checking with him. And she told him, no, do not bring them in my home, in my space. No. You cannot date outside of your race. And they stuck with that. I'm sorry. I think his parents failed him. But I stepped down with that. And I got
Okay.
rebuttal.
All right. Now y'all heard what Bebe said. That she wouldn't have never, ever went with a white attorney. Now, I will agree and say on a part, well, I'm not going to agree. I will say I wish she would have done a little bit more research himself. But, when you're going through things and you got a million things running through your mind, some things, players fuck up too. It happens. But as I can recall, it was us. It was us. It was us. He went to black attorneys. They didn't want to take the case because they didn't want to fucking lose. He tried to get a black attorney. But they referred him over there to the white boy over there in Collin County. The one, what's his name? Howard, the one that represented Carmelo. So when you say that you wouldn't have never did this or did that, then you know what? You know what? That's you. Oh, I know it for a fact because the man said it. I'm going off what the dad said. He said he went and tried to get black attorneys. He went interviewed black attorneys. But what they did was they referred him to the white boy over there because they didn't want to take the case. Well, they were scared that they were going to lose the case because they knew the history. And see, I blame them black attorneys as well. If they thought that they were going to lose the case or have a hard time presenting the case to try to get this young boy off of this BS they put trumped up all these charges with him, then as a black attorney, as a black man, as a brother, why didn't you tell the young brother, hey, this is what goes on over there. This is what it's like over there. But no, they didn't do that. They just threw him to the wolves. I said, yeah, go let old boy go handle that case. But he specifically said that he reached out. This case, man, it has taught me a lot, y'all. It has taught me a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. It has taught me a lot. It has opened my eyes to some things that I wasn't prepared for myself. Meaning that Your own people. Your own people can be so cruel at times, man. Yeah. Give me a second. That's why I didn't understand why those activists and the people that are have a big influence down there in the city of Dallas, in the state of Dallas, they didn't even try to help. I mean, just unbelievable, honestly. One second here. Man, see, here we go. I'm not even going to answer that because every time I start talking about this case, here we go with the shenanigans. I start getting different little calls and all that type of stuff. But I don't have to watch other people to get an understanding, of what was going on there in that courtroom. Now, like we were discussing last night, how we can try to petition and try to make sure people get out and vote for local elections and things like that. Yeah, I understand that, but let's just be honest about us as black folks. Man, we don't take things like this seriously unless, some major like this happen. Baby, how are you gonna just say the man is lying? You don't know if the man lying. But that's your opinion, hey, people got their own opinions, They got their own opinions. Everybody got their own opinions. And that's fine. Like I said, can't no woman in this fucking chat here tell me what it is to be a black man living in America. But anyway, I want y'all to hear this here, what Dr. Umar had to say in this interview that he did yesterday. And he was talking about just this whole situation here. And before I even play this here, make sure you hit the like button, please. Make sure you hit the like button. Also, if you have any comments, man, you can send them through Super Chat, and I would definitely read them so we can all get an understanding of what people are asking and what they're saying. So make sure you hit the like button and support the channel if you can with Cash Out, Super Chats, or PayPal. I'm going to say this here before I even play this here, though. When you are in a situation where your back is against the wall, it's sad that you can't even trust your own people. Now, what we understand now is that all that noise that Charleston White was talking, all that hoorah that he was talking, and acting like he was wanting to be considerate and have some compassion, for the Anthony family. You get up on a podcast and just shit all over the people. You start talking about the dad, but it's about the son, trying to help the son. That's how low life these people are. And it don't matter, baby. You know, like I said, I don't know what was going on through that man's head with all the things that he had to endure. But a black man living in America, taking care of his family, raising his kids, shit, he all right with me. He all right with me. Because there's a lot of deadbeats out here. Kids stay right around the block from him and won't even go play catch with him. So he all right with me. But to sit and say that, you know, he's weak and this and that. Have you met the man personally? I haven't. So I can't go at him like that. But I pray and hope. I pray and hope that you see something that you ain't never have seen before. Then you'll see all the people that were saying all these distasteful things and, you know, hateful things toward him, smiling in his face, you know, wanting to shake his hand. No, I haven't met him. So I can't judge somebody for something that I don't know nothing about. Maybe I judge you, but, you know, that's a whole different story. But check this out, y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, please. And if you want to donate to the channel, you're feeling generous, please hit the Cash App, Super Chat, or PayPal. Or if you want your messages read, just send a Super Chat, and I will definitely read them when we get to it. Now, like I was saying, I thought this was a very powerful message by Dr. Umar Johnson. I thought he was spot on with it. I sound like I'm repeating shit, huh? But let's go, y'all. Check him out.
Now, with that being said, we have to understand that to be black in America is a crime in and of itself. In fact, the original crime of America is to be black.
Now, I agree with him 1,000%. That's the first crime against us in America. But let's carry on.
The original crime.
The first crime. The first crime was to be black. Because remember, Loon, we were never supposed to be citizens. We were never supposed to be free. We were never supposed to be here after slavery ended. So every time a white person sees you, your existence itself is a crime against white humanity. Now, with the KarmeloAnthony situation, we also see clearly that black people have no legal right to stand your ground, even in a state where standing your ground is legal.
That's crazy to me. And so for me, that affects my understanding, because I'm having trouble comprehending how, okay, I'm sitting down, he's standing up. Before we get into the details of the case, though, do you think he got a fair trial, KarmeloAnthony?
He could not get a fair trial.
It was impossible.
He's in Collin County, Texas.
So let's stop right there. Even if those black attorneys was there, Dr. Umar Johnson said there was no way in hell that he would have got a fair trial in Collin County. So what I'm interpreting from this is that it didn't matter who was there. Didn't matter who was there. But let's carry on.
Black people are 10%. If that, how is he going to get a fair trial? Loon, if the trial was going to even attempt to be fair, why would there be no black jurors? For the trial to even, the Constitution says you're supposed to be tried by a jury of who? Your peers. They had a jury of all whites. Every man was Caucasian. 3 Asians, 1 Arab. Now, I want to say this to Black America, Loon. Multiculturalism died with Carmelo Anthony's conviction. Multiculturalism died with Carmelo Anthony's conviction. And the reason I say multiculturalism died with Carmelo Anthony's conviction is because if non-white people of color gave a damn about us, Carmelo wouldn't be in jail. Asians don't care about you. Arabs don't care about you. Latinos don't care about you. If they did, Loon, why is there no difference in the outcomes when they are asked to weigh in on the guilt or innocence of African people? All non-blacks in America are white as far as consciousness and opinion goes.
But I think it's always been a one-way street. I think Black people has been so given with their love and understanding and their invites, and we receive very little in return for that.
And why do we still give it?
It's so easy to become a podcaster in Riverside.
Baby, maybe to your point, maybe that's what we're getting mixed up when we have the word of saying that the father is delusional or the father, is weak or whatever you want to say. Maybe that may be it right there. Salute the what that say? Salute the Rosemary for the $25 cash app. I appreciate it, sister. Thanks for supporting the show. Maybe that may be it, because we always opening arms and forgiving. That's just something that Black folks do. I don't know why, but yeah, here we go.
That's a fact.
If Black love and compassion and forgiveness is universal, why we don't have none for each other?
Right.
It ain't universal, Loon. Compassion and love for your non-Black enemies is not a function of your spirituality. It's a function of your lack of self-respect. The reason we forgive white people as soon as they unalive us is because we deeply desire validation and acceptance by white folks. If you notice, Daddy Metcalf never forgave Carmelo Anthony for what happened to his son. But let that have been a Black mother or a Black father. They would have forgave him the minute they got the phone call.
So let me ask y'all something. Dr. Umar said that white folks never forgive Black folks, for anything, no matter what it is. But when it comes to us, we are so quick to forgive and so quick to forget and move on and thus far. How many of y'all agree with what Dr. Umar said? Because I agree with that. I have always said that when we are debating anything or discussing anything, coming about race or, things here in America, I have always said Black people are too damn gullible. We're too gullible. We forgive. We just, yeah, he may be doing barbershop talk, Tony, but I mean, that's just who we are. We forgive people of other races, but them motherfuckers never, ever say I'm sorry or yeah, I forgive you or my bad or anything. No, it don't work like that. So why are we that way? See, I could go on and play a little bit more of this here, but I'm gonna just tell you what I wanted to really throw out there when I say the parents need to hear this. He started talking about Carmelo Anthony's damn. religion has definitely took the power from us, man. Damn. Religion. The religion. You can forgive everybody in the world except a nigga. But, baby, yeah, you have always said you don't fuck with that Bible. I will give you that. That's a cold piece, man. That's a cold piece, man. What's up, Miss Geechee? But check this out. I want to know y'all thoughts about this here. We know in those stands, or not even to say the stands. We know that Carmelo was fucking with Miss Geechee was fucking with old boy Eddie, his play sister, play cousin or whatever, right? Now, from my understanding, she was up under that tent too, allegedly. I'm just gonna say allegedly because I'm not 100% sure. But from my understanding, she was up under that tent too, right? Dr. Umar said that the best thing for Carmelo right now is while he's down, that he needs to cut her off completely, the girlfriend. Because she is a snow bunny Hispanic. Can't trust her. I agree with that, y'all. Because when you're vulnerable, and she's already really honestly, well, not even that, not worried about it, she will wait for him indoor. That's the least of my worries. But she picked a side because she could have easily been a character witness for Carmelo. And not only that, we know what Eddie did. We know what Eddie did. We know what Eddie did. So would she be like a let's just say an informant or something? You know, going back telling the other side what's going on because he's pillow talking to her. See, because I don't trust that. Miss Geechee, I don't see anything on my community wall here though. But the main thing should be to not communicate with anyone, even the girlfriend. Miss Geechee, I don't see what you're talking about here. say money Maya. Say she a money Maya. She could be. She could be. Miss Geechee, I see you in the chat. I looked on there. I don't see anything on the community wall. I'm sorry, y'all. I was trying to see what she was talking about. But anyway, she in and out. I don't know what she talking about. But what's next for Carmelo though? They say there's people working on this case. I really don't even know who the actual attorneys or attorneys that he had working for him. But I heard a lot of people say that, that it's going to be hard, to get an appeal because they are still suppressing everything. Now, my honest opinion, I don't think they're going to show that footage to anyone out in the public. Or not show it, but pretty much that they're throwing it in our face, knowing that there's nothing that we can really do about it because the conviction has already been done and things are set into motion, and they call the shots. What I'm right about Tita Nurse? What I'm right about Tita Nurse? Help me out. What I'm right about? Oh, okay. I got you. I mean, it's like every day we come and come to you too, and I'm saying to myself, how is it every day we have new witnesses or new people that seen the video? I mean, you got all these people that seen the video. Where was this energy at? You know, and that's what I was saying, Tony. But who are you gonna get a video to? Okay, Ms. Gage, who you gonna get a video to? Like I say, every day we have new videos where there's a new witness or someone that said that they didn't seen the video. I guess I'm out of the loop on that. Maybe because I just believe that they control and run everything. But I will say this. I got a question to ask you guys. Now, y'all know Yellow Beezy got these same attorneys. But see, Tony, we don't even know if the appeal gonna even go through. But it should have been released during the trial. But then that probably wouldn't have happened because remember, the attorneys were already, against Mike Howard. Okay, during the first trial, yeah. That's my only problem. That we didn't see that energy, when it first started off. Now, what y'all think about Mike Howard? I mean, because we know he did a shitty job, and like I said, this is Yellow Beezy's attorney, him and Shook. They're going to be representing the rapper Yellow Bees in the Mo 3 case. But I tell you, boy, if it ain't one thing you should have learned from this KarmeloAnthony case, that these people are fucking evil, man. They're fucking evil. And the fact that Mike Howard, he hid evidence too. If I were Yellow Beezy right now, I definitely would be telling, no, I'm cool. I have him and Shook, the other attorney. No, I'm cool. I don't need that. And how many of y'all believe that Charleston White was part of the railroading when it came to Carmelo? And say he should be ashamed of himself as well as the others too, you know, because the shit is fucking crazy. Say we don't even have a basement. Boy, your ass crazy, man. No, but for real though, but on some real talk though, man, I just hate that even without that video, they still try to justify what Carmelo was, you know, what he was feeling. It's like all these motherfuckers just had a one-track mind, you know. Like I said, I just think that from what I heard from that other video that everybody been seeing, even with a push, we don't know how hard, you know what I'm saying, they pushed that boy. We don't know. Well, one thing I have learned that white supremacy is very much alive and real. These people went they pulled right there in front of our face and didn't give two fucks, knowing that it was a video out there at that school. Now, let me ask you this here. Since Carmelo is locked up right now, should his parents share his testimony to the world right now? I'm not talking about the little clips that they showed us or the little clips that they said what Carmelo told them. I'm saying, should they get on a platform and tell the world what exactly happened up under that tent? Well, I was saying they didn't get it. They didn't let him put it up there. You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, he didn't get a chance to tell, you know, the courts because of the corruption from the attorneys. So, you know, I think it's only fair that, you know, they tell the world, you know, exactly what's going on or what happened up under that tent. So if that makes, I just feel like that'll make things maybe push a little bit harder and faster if they, you know what I'm saying, was able to do that. But I just got tired of all the blasting the mom, blasting the damn daddy. Like I said, man, don't nobody know, what them people was going through at that time, at that specific time, in that short amount of period. Look, he didn't go to court for a year, but that year probably flew by so damn fast. It seemed like it was, 2 days. Well, it seemed like it was 2 days. Meanwhile, you got Judge Roastem over there. They've been planning for this shit for a whole 8 months. Sharing notes. But I need y'all to make sure y'all hit that like button. We got 22 likes and we got over 100 some people up in here. Hit the like button, please. We should have more than 22 likes when it comes to, we got over 100 some people in here. Now, I was thinking about that. Tony say at this point, they should use release jailhouse calls, telling his side. Exactly. And that's true, baby. We have no friends at all. Black people, I have always said that we ain't got no friends. We don't have no allies. Is it because of our YN, our coach, the YN culture? I mean, or the culture that's been pushed for the last, 200-300 years about black folks are lazy, don't want to work. I mean, why is that? But yeah, no one wants to, I know a lot of people say, talking about that change of venue, but I really don't think it would have mattered, if they would have still had an all-white jury. But that should have been the first thing that his damn lawyer was hollering about, but I don't know. I don't know, baby. I think Carmelo, before they even get to his case and things he got going on for us, it'll be a year or two. Then you got the black ass men on here on YouTube, Facebook, etc., Instagram. I just never seen so many black men talk down on, a young black boys as much as they do, or other black men at that. You learn a lot, man. That your own people, can turn on you and hate you, and put you out there where you're looking bad. But the fact saying that, this trial wasn't about racism, nah. It's always been about race. What up, Blaine Wayne? Please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you hadn't done so. But I think this should be a valuable lesson where you sit down and talk to your kids as well. That's the problem, man. Like, I think right now, even with so-called appeal process, man, that appeal could take up to, 3, 4, 5 years. They just don't come easy. If they do come. But what was this trial really about, though, man? I have my own thoughts about it, but what was this trial really about? Because it showed the fuck one about Carmelo and Austin getting, taken out or whatever. It wasn't about that. I think if you really dive into it and look at it, it's like the struggle of white people to see the humanity of a black defendant versus black people seeing the humanity of white defendants. That makes sense? That the struggle of white people to see the humanity of black defendants. Remember, they knew it was more than Austin that went up to him. They knew that. But Carmelo wasn't supposed to be afraid or scared or worried, He wasn't supposed to be scared or worried or anything like that. So white America doesn't see the humanity in us. But black people see the humanity, in white folks. I heard somebody say it, actually I was talking to somebody about it, and they said if I was on trial for something, I would rather have black jurors. And this was coming from a white man. He said, I would rather have black jurors. And he said, because black people, black men and women, just like we were just talking about that forgiveness and forgiving, and that's how they notice about us. These people, they study us. And we see truth in it, because y'all remember when Amber Geiger, remember when she was on trial and they had that black judge? What that black judge do? That black judge went down there and rubbed her hands through that woman's hair, gave her a Bible, and hugged her. When have you ever fucking seen some shit like that? What up, Benny? When have you ever seen some shit like that? Hugged her, rubbed her hands through her hair, and gave her a damn Bible. Hey, look, true city, I think we are too soft all the time. And I think religion religion has definitely played a big part of that. With his case, it just always felt like something was off, though, man. Just something. But for real, we need to see that video, but we can have closure in the public, because it ain't no telling what they're gonna do when it comes time for an appeal. It ain't no telling. It's like they seem like they always find something in their loophole or laws that they made to come back and screw us on. But just knowing that you had all these witnesses out here, all these witnesses. Yeah, he can file for ineffective counseling. You know, he definitely can do that. Like I say, Mike Howard, I think that he probably won't never get another job, you know, a case dealing with, you know, black folks, get a black man, a black woman to hire him, you know, not at the rate that people were doing it. I mean, they showed their ass in this case. They showed their ass in this case. They definitely showed their ass in this case. Oh, no doubt. But you know, baby, we're talking about those tethers and this and that. Let me tell y'all something. Carmelo was new, right? He's new to Frisco. And you got Eddie there, which he's what, mixed with black and Latino or something, or Korean, whatever he mixed with. He chose the side of the Metcalf boys and the things that they own because his family probably felt, you know, pressure. I think that's about all the kids. Baby was saying like, you know, them kids got videos on them cameras and shit like that. I believe they do. What I love, Angel. I believe they do. But they parents, you know, I'm pretty sure they sat them down and told them, you know, you better get with, you know, with the program and get with these people here. No cameras in that courtroom, man. That was another fucked up situation where, you know, that was just out of line. In the chat, man, y'all name some cases where they didn't fucked us over. I know one for sure. Trayvon Martin, Fidel what's his name? Castile. Even the boy down there in Louisiana, Rodney Green, that they have let, you know, white defendants, you know, just walk out of there without any problems. Yep, no objections, no witness experts. I mean, just nothing, man. Just nothing. Now, I seen where they had that older white woman. She was the one talking about that she seen where Austin fell on the 3-inch tool or whatever. And I was thinking maybe that woman got a point. Say Rich Child Case, Mike Brown, Tamir Rice, Emmett Till. Yeah, we can go on and go on. Man, that shit is depressing, man. It is definitely depressing. But what kills me is like, why do white folks try to act like they don't know what's going on? Like they're ignorant to the reality of the hip hop culture or the hip hop world. What they act like that all the time. But they just as, I ain't gonna say ghetto, but they just hell they know our lingo better than we do. Say the thing that I'm saying. Say the thing that what's up? T the Nerd say the thing that you're saying about everything. He really needs some out of state attorney that don't give a damn about those Texas prosecutors who believe in fairness. Yeah, but when y'all listen though, check this out though. If everything is true, I'm gonna drop the link again. I want to know y'all. Somebody come up and pop their shit on this hill. If everything is true, right, and they can bring the footage from the school, from the ISDI in as evidence and all that type of stuff, why wouldn't a black attorney or just say a black attorney? Why wouldn't a black attorney take this case and build their brand off the KarmeloAnthony case? I mean, if I was an attorney, I would take that fucking case, win or lose, because I mean, you're gonna see the work, you know. I just don't understand why nobody would take this case, and even at first, you know what I'm saying? Because like I was telling baby earlier, that the dad said that he reached out to black attorneys, but they referred him to Mike Howard. I would take that case to uplift my. What up, baby?
I'm sorry, I don't believe that, Dad. Lee Merritt is a prominent defense and civil rights attorney in Houston, in Texas. He would have took that case. Jolanda Jones, even though she could, I've called Jolanda Jones, and she's referred me to employment attorneys and black employment attorneys and defense attorneys. I don't believe that Dad tried hard enough. I think he got comfortable in that little area and went with what he did. I'm sorry, Texas is a huge state, and Houston alone, Houston and Dallas, we have a lot of. You mean to tell me he couldn't find not one black defense attorney?
That's what he said. Chad, did y'all hold on, baby?
He is a liar,
baby. Hold on, baby. Chad, put a 1 in there if you remember the dad saying that he tried to get a black attorney, or put a 2 if that if that's not the case. Because I remember when he was talking to the lady that was interviewing him, he said that he tried to get multiple black attorneys, but they referred they didn't want to take the case, and they referred him to Mike Howard.
I'm telling you, he didn't try hard enough. Lee Merritt would have took that. He's a black attorney. He would have took that. He's in Houston. He didn't. He's. I don't care what that man said. He didn't try hard enough. Look up Lee Merritt Jr. Lee
I
Merritt.
know who Lee Merritt is.
Okay, he would have took that case. He lying. I'm sorry, and they just made so many mistakes. I can understand trying to move to Frisco. I live where I live, but the Venezuelan girlfriend, I think they just got too comfortable. And I'm sorry, I'm never comfortable.
But baby, here go the thing though. Honestly, man, I ain't gonna say they got too comfortable. White people do this shit every day though. They'll come fuck with you and look at the Karens that we got in the world.
And you know what?
I'm just saying you can't say they got too comfortable. I mean, cause they do this shit all the time. Be trying to post black folk, police black folks.
I know they do, and that's what I'm saying. Why didn't the dad recognize? I'm not saying the dad. I'm just saying they should. I just feel. I know,
they might not was raised, baby. You got families that ain't raised like that.
We from Louisiana. When I heard he was from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, I'm like, oh no, he knew.
Now that comment there said it. When they say, I remember somebody saying they advised them that having a white attorney would be beneficial. That was Charleston White. Charleston White. Like I say, he played a lot in this shit with them folks. You know what I'm saying? He played them folks. He played them. He played them for his personal, financial, monetary gain. And now you right here, baby. The motherfucker went made a watermelon felon t-shirt. Ain't that a bitch?
Watermelon felon t-shirts. I'm sorry, but would you listen to who would listen to Charleston White? I would not have listened to Charleston White. I'm sorry. You know who I would have called? Cornell X. I would have called Louis Farrakhan, even though they said don't. They would have found somebody that they reached out. And I'm sorry, the dad is supposedly a Kappa or Alpha. You can't tell me they couldn't find a black attorney. I refuse to believe that. That network, that's a part of the Boule. The Kappas.
I understand, man, but it gotta be some. I mean, it gotta be.
No, yeah,
man, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to talk about black man, but like it's like some just I don't know.
Delusional. I talk about him delusional.
He said that though. He said, man, he feel like he failed his son.
He did.
Y'all think that man failed his son, y'all?
Put a 1 in the chat.
Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think KarmeloAnthony dad failed his son with this court, with this trial and stuff. Your ass ignorant.
There.
Your ass is ignorant.
The ones have it.
I just think the man had a lot of stuff going on, baby, and he was trying to take advice. I want to fuck with Charleston White though.
But I'm gonna tell you something. You saw what Mr. Chow did? He had 3 attorneys. He had a black one, a white woman, and a white man. Why didn't?
Well, how many Carmelo had? 2, right?
I thought it was 2.
He had 2. He had Mike Howard, and then he had Toby Shook. Now, the conflict of interest and all, man, they just got played, man.
I'm sorry. I would have. Go and have your 2, Mike. But I would have had one as a black as a backup attorney. I had 2 sisters on mine. So
I'm just saying they got played. But I mean, this is a murder trial. What up, 985 J? They got played, man. Like Toby Shook and Greg Willis. Shit, they had a law firm together. But he didn't. Oh God, man! I'm just trying to figure out how. If I'm fighting a drug case, if that's the case, or something like that, man, I'm gonna know well, that's different.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not even an attorney, but I would have been like, okay, you ain't got no experts in here. You ain't got no experts in self-defense. You ain't got no. The prosecution attorney had their medical experts. He could have bought an expert in self-defense. Two big white boys, 220. I'm not even a boxer, but I know that somebody 220, 6'2", and I don't know what's his name, Carmelo.
He probably just let the lawyers handle it, baby, and thought it was good.
I'm sorry, but I watched enough Law and Order to know that I would have had Hunter. Hunter should have took the stand. I don't care if Hunter would have pleaded the fifth. Hunter and that boy was about the same size. You mean to tell me? No, I'm sorry. If Carmelo was 130 pounds, they could have do like even during the George Zimmerman case. I think they even played the part that George Zimmerman was much smaller than Trayvon Martin. They had a cutout, a printout of how tall Trayvon Martin was and how small George Zimmerman was to justify using deadly force.
I know, but I'm just saying hold on, baby. You keep saying what you would do, but you acting like you don't remember that these fucking lawyers wasn't working for this boy. They was never for him.
Illis.
What that mean?
Illis.
What's up?
I would have studied that George Zimmerman case. I would have studied that Cal case, and I would have been asking them attorneys questions. I'm sorry.
You talking about
If I'm a parent, I would have been on it. But I know me. I know my parents. I know where I come from, and we would have been, even with my little bitty cases. My sisters, we was on everything, looking up stuff. So I'm sorry, those dad and you can't tell me that dad was not he wasn't a educated man. If he was a finance director at Mercedes-Benz, he just got comfortable.
Yeah. What up, the truth?
What's up, OG?
What up with you, man? What you think, man, about this shit, bro?
Man, I feel like us as black people, man, we still got this thing where we don't want to put the money in our own people's hands because we don't feel like they're gonna do a good enough job. I feel like we more comfortable trusting a Jew lawyer or a white lawyer because we really ain't seen black win too much other than Johnny Cochran.
So I asked the question. I said, I asked how did I say that about the black attorney? I was telling them that his dad said that he tried to get black attorneys, but they all referred him to Mike Howard.
And you know what's funny about that? The Asian man that just beat the murder charge against the teenager, he tried to he had got some lawyers and they all referred him to that black man that helped him win.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. They all referred him to the black man that helped him win. And then Carmelo, they all referred him to the white man that helped him lose.
White man.
I don't believe that, Dad. I'm sorry.
No, baby. I'm just saying this is what happened.
Do you know how many black people live in Dallas and Houston? How many black attorneys are in Dallas and Houston?
I can't say lying because I don't know.
I can say it.
You think he lying the truth?
Yes. He didn't try hard enough.
It depends on how good the white boy lawyer is. They probably did refer him to him thinking that he done won many cases and he probably the best. So they probably did refer him to him. I'm pretty sure that's why Yellow Beezy got him, because his track record speaks for itself.
Yeah, but and see, he came and like I say, he came and shitted on Carmelo. You know what I'm saying? Because they was all connected. Yep. Toby Shook was what? He prosecuted with Greg. What's his name? Greg Ellis. I mean, all them boys they worked together. So I mean, shit, man. He, according to the papers that's in Dallas, in Dallas, he was the best attorney there. But Carmelo dad said that they all referred him to him, black attorneys. What up, Big Pressure? I'm with Big Pressure. That lawyer sold Carmelo up the river. He could have beat that case if he wanted to.
Just based off of expert witnesses and the fact that he didn't object when the prosecution was asking who was the aggressor, they're not qualified to say who the aggressor because they don't know they don't know Texas law. He didn't object to enough. So no,
We know that. He got sold up the river.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I would have been like, what are you doing? I mean, I'm not even an attorney, but I would have been like, wait a minute, what are you doing?
I get what you're saying. You would have said, hold on, motherfucker. Hey, we need a recess right now.
Exactly. And I'm gonna tell you something else he could have done. Son, we need to fire him. The person, he's not representing us well. Fire him. We firing our attorney. We need a new attorney. He could have fired him in the middle of the trial before they reached a conclusion. He could have asked, hey, and nothing the attorney could have said. I've been fired.
You can fire a motherfucker right in the middle of a damn case?
Yes, you can. Poor representation. We don't feel like he's representing our son well enough. Yes.
Well, I guess that's what he meant by he said he failed his son.
Yeah, he knew something was wrong, but it's like he was just too afraid to say something. No, this ain't this ain't right with my spirit. I'm sorry. We got to start over.
What you would have did in that predicament, brother? What you would have did?
In which predicament?
Well, like Baby was just saying, the lawyer, we from what we know now, they were in the courtroom. So hold on. Salute to Tyrone for the $10 cash app. Hey man, I need y'all to hit that like button, please. And make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you show some love by send a super chat, or you can donate through PayPal. But please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Well, she was saying when the lawyer wasn't objecting and bringing witnesses and all this type of stuff. How would you have responded to that lawyer watching your son trial just
and
go the way it was going?
Before your person speak, he didn't make Carmelo look like a good kid. The fact that he made good grades, he didn't bring. Where was the teachers to talk about Carmelo as a person to make him?
We understand, baby. That's what I'm saying. We got that part, baby. But what I'm saying is, I mean, the dude was supposed to be a good lawyer, but he sold him down the river.
Okay,
yeah, they would have had to arrest me, man. As a father, they would have had to arrest me. It ain't no way I'm gonna sit through that and watch that.
Okay, that's what I was asking. I understand what Bebe's saying. I get 100%. You giving Bebe giving description of things that he said. I mean, we get all that the motherfucker didn't do his job, but when it came to picking on an attorney, they referred this man, the black lawyers, according to him. He said he was talking about how his own people sold him out because they were sending him over there to this white man.
Illis. Those parents and the grandparents had a front row seat to the trial, and I would have been like, "This some BS. You're not presenting my son in the way. I'm sorry. We need this. We need to start over. We're firing this attorney. I need to get my kid new representation." They have front row seats, and when I'm listening to, after the people that were sitting in the court, Nick at Night and them giving their commentary, they even were saying that he only brought up 4 witnesses. He didn't bring up any experts. Why didn't he object? They're giving an account like right after this. Why wasn't he objecting? When the prosecutor brought this up, it's like the attorney just sat there like a deer in the headlights. And you can't tell me that the parents weren't looking at the.
I don't understand why he didn't put Carmelo on the stand.
Exactly.
But because the first thing, this whole case is about intent. What was the intent? Only Carmelo can speak to his intent on why he pulled the knife out. Nobody else can speak for Carmelo. Was he afraid? How much was he afraid? He's the only one that can speak to that.
There it is right there, y'all. Big Pressure been said the white man sold that boy up the river. Period, point blank. We know it ain't no way Austin wouldn't have took the stand. Austin would have been the first motherfucker to take the stand. You know what I'm saying, if I was trying that case. But they didn't want to.
And they didn't do their research. Why is this cheerleader coming forward talking about the Metcalf twins have always been a problem? Even when this first happened, they said those Metcalf twins were always a problem. Pulling, huh?
I said, you still talking about why the lawyer didn't do this or do that? Because that motherfucker sold that boy up the river. He didn't give a damn. They just took the money. But like I said, the father, watching that and didn't say anything to the attorney, say because he was trying to follow instructions and do this and do that. Is that a reason why maybe Charleston White thought he can try him? Because he seen that the brother wasn't gonna say nothing.
Okay, so you saying that the dad is a yowza? That dad from Louisiana. The dad failed his son.
I don't understand what made them go get Charleston White from the beginning.
Charleston White, I think, is from the Dallas area, and I think Charleston White kind of reached out to them.
Yeah, but as a man that's leading my family, we not accepting no phone calls from him.
Exactly. Right. That's why I'm saying the dad was supposed to be leading that.
Well, family. Charleston say that that the motherfucker that Carmelo dad paid him $3,000 to talk to him.
I don't give a damn how much you pay. I don't want to talk to you. All money ain't good money.
A known informant. No, I wouldn't. So Carmelo's dad is weak then. We know what Charleston White is. Come on.
It's hard to just say the brother's a weak man and he's all this, because some people just don't know what to do in that situation, man. Everybody not gonna react like how me and Illis will react, jump up in court and had a bailiff come arrest us. Man, a lot of dudes wouldn't respond like that.
There's too much information on Charleston White and what Charleston White is.
No, he talking about in the courtroom, baby.
I'm talking about the father, the dad, Yeah, everybody not gonna react the same way, man. I hate to see it though, man. I hate to see it.
As a father, the person that's up here, I don't know your name. I'm sorry. I would have looked at that George Zimmerman case. I would have looked up other similar cases, the Eric Garner case. I would have been studying that Kyle Rittenhouse case. They had experts. Like I said, I even knew with the Trayvon Martin case how George Zimmerman was able to prove self-defense because they said Trayvon Martin was taller. I think George Zimmerman was short, fat, out of shape. That's what made me think. Okay, they're gonna.
What's your name, ma'am?
Linda, Bebe.
Miss Bebe. Let me tell you what I would have did. I would have went and got the same lawyer that helped that white kid beat the. I ain't gonna say beat the case because the white kid ended up getting 10 years. But I would have went to go get that same lawyer that helped him get them 10 years for stabbing that Hispanic kid in the bathroom, and they convicted him on accidental homicide.
But you could pull those cases and study them. That's what I'm saying. And their dad is a finance. So Carmelo's dad ain't stupid. I know how to pull cases and read them. I would have been studying this. That would have been my homework day in and day out. Because I'm like, and I would have been asked, you don't know what you don't know. But you know what? I would have been learning. I would have been and asking questions with others. This is what I see. Why aren't you doing this? George Zimmerman won this case because they had this expert, they had that. Why aren't we doing this? You only called 4 witnesses. Dad wasn't doing it. Dad wasn't on it.
This is a good point right here. Like Boss Lady said, she said the dad said, and I remember him saying that on the interview with the woman, the black woman said that he did want to act up, but he said he didn't because that's what they want him to do, and he was just trying to help his son. Trying to help his son and do what they instructed him to do.
And that's why his son got 35 years and was found guilty. Sometimes we need to act up.
Yeah.
They say the squeaky wheel gets the oil, and I would have been squeaking, and I would have. You got to give me some answers.
But but through it all though, we still got to realize that even with those other cases that were out there, there's still a double standard when it comes to black kids versus white kids. You know,
And that's even more of a reason for that dad to be vigilant and own it. Mom and dad to be on it.
well, man, maybe they just stuck in a box. I don't know. You know, I don't know. Maybe they just not in touch with the real world. I don't know.
Well, I'm finna get down, but
let me ask you this question before you go, both of y'all. If this lawyer would have called them expert witnesses and done his job the correct way, do you think the verdict would have been different?
No.
I think that if that he would have brought up enough dust, they would have moved, just like Cal Rittenhouse, moved it to a different county.
No. That ain't what he asked you, baby. That ain't what he asked you.
What
he asked you if the lawyer would have brought up the experts and did his job like he was supposed to been doing it. Well, I guess that is what he asked you. My bad.
Yeah, he did his job. There was no reason for him to strike those 3 black women because they were teachers, because they were educators, and then you had a white male educator that was on there. No, I'm sorry. Why didn't you strike that educator? It was just so. It was the reason he struck the black female educators was because they were educators. But then you found out there was a white male educator on there. No, he was slipping. I would have too many questions.
So Ms. Bebe, is it yes, the verdict would have been different, or no?
First of all, I would have kicked up dust about this. No black people on the jury.
But then what he asked you, baby?
To me, the attorney was not doing his job by not having that one. Yes, I'm answering the question.
Oh,
the attorney should have been doing his job for one. Now, all Carmelo needed was one black juror, and it came, and they struck the 3 black female jurors. Why? Because they were educators. But then we found out after the fact that it was a white male educator on there. No. How you gonna have? No, you should have. That's not a reason. That is racism. You gonna keep the white male educator, but get rid of the 3 black female educators just because they're educators? No.
You gonna answer this question though?
I just said he wasn't doing. The attorney wasn't doing his job.
That's what he asked you.
That is what he asked me. I answered it.
True. That's what you asked her.
No, it wasn't.
That's what I'm saying.
What'd you ask me?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said.
I'm asking for a reason. I'm trying to figure something out.
You trying to say if it would have been a different outcome? I'm saying that
it's either yes or no.
I'm saying the fix was in when you got rid of all the blacks off the jury. That's when the fix was in.
Yeah, we know that. We know that though, Miss Bebe. I'm just trying to get you to. Okay, if the lawyer did everything that you wanted him to do you think Carmelo still would have been found guilty or not?
If he would have had one black juror on there.
You still ain't answering the question, baby.
But the Carmelo, but
you're not answering his question, baby.
I did answer his question because.
Oh my God.
Yes, I did, because I'm saying his attorney should have challenged.
Ask me that question, bro.
All right. If his lawyer did everything he was supposed to do you think Carmelo still would have been found guilty?
Yes, sir. For the simple fact that the fix was already in before Carmelo already went to court.
True.
Okay.
He didn't
that's what he asked you, baby.
My question is, if he would have did everything he was supposed to do, he was supposed to challenge. Why are you striking my 3 black female educators when you got a white male educator?
Because the fix was in. That's why.
Well, but he didn't. So in saying that, listen, the attorney did
not this lawyer.
The attorney didn't do everything he was supposed to do.
Oh my God!
So he should have challenged that from jump.
Okay, I understand. I guess the answer to that is okay. So it's 100% racial thing. It's not a lawyer thing. It's a racial thing. Right. That's all I wanted to make sure that. I mean, I already knew that, but I just want to be 100% clear that no, the fix was already in before the trial even started.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
But I'm saying that
Okay.
attorney should have been objecting to the fact that the reason
What
we
we
3 black jurors because they were educators, but you had an educator on the jury. We found out after the fact.
so you said what? So what Bebe's saying is, and I agree with her on this point. I know if that was my mother, she gonna look up every damn case, every law. She gonna look up the lawyer. She gonna do this. She gonna do that. But unfortunately, it they didn't do it. I don't know if it was because they had a lot of shit going on. Maybe it was the stress. You never know. You never know. You never know.
You know what I think?
They say you raise they say you raise your husband's blood pressure because you ain't you be going all around the bush, baby.
I know that the truth
You talking in circles.
how that's a lie because I ain't got no husband. But anyway, that's a lie right there. So,
Your ass sick.
but anyway, so that's a lie. So we just debunked that. But no, I'm just saying that I just feel like the parents should have just fought.
Now I disagree with that. Blaine Wayne say what if it was somebody on there that was black and they found him and they still what if it was somebody black on and they still found him guilty? No, I wouldn't say it that. No, I wouldn't say that he was an Uncle Tom because we looking at the presentation that they putting forward, and we know that the things that were going on in that courtroom. That's why that motherfucker, man. As soon as he would have said no cameras, I would have been like, hell no.
Yeah,
We gotta have some cameras up in here.
Yeah, even during the
Shit, we haven't done no trial without no camera.
Yeah. So the fix was in there, and I'm sorry, people think this black brown coalition. I'm sorry, the black is not the same as an Asian, a Hispanic. They're not the same as black. So people think this black brown coalition exists. No, they're different from us. The tethers are different. And I think white attorneys know this. They knew the fix was in when they had, and I'm sorry, when they didn't hire not one black person on the jury. If they would have had one black person, maybe.
So
but they,
is it safe to say that maybe Mr. Anthony, the father's Anthony's KarmeloAnthony dad, is it safe to say that he just wasn't aware, or he just?
And I'm sorry, I have an issue with all this secrecy. No, I want the world to see you slaughter like Emmett Till's mom. Show it now. Let's let the world see what y'all did to my baby. I want if you're gonna hang my son out to dry, let's let the world see this. You know, and the attorney could have fought that. No, we need cameras in here. We want the world to see what you're doing to this boy. We want everybody to hear, and he should have fought that too.
Well, I would have looked up. From what I understand too, they say Collin County. Every case that come through there, and it's a black defendant, they ass going to jail.
Okay, be pressure, baby. You from Mississippi? They didn't free Mississippi until 2013. So you shut the hell up. You don't know me. You see what he wrote? Dillis, be pressure.
Yeah, I seen that, but yeah, it's just like I don't know, man. Like I said, I just wanted to ask that question, just but try to see what a man, what y'all thought. I'm gonna just listen. I'm just gonna stick with what I really think that the dude and his wife, the man and his wife, they were dealing with a lot of stress, and they were just trying to be cooperative. I guess that's the word to say. I guess he felt that since this guy does this for a living, it's his career, that because I think he mentioned that he didn't want
To hell with that. This is my
overstep
son's life.
his
Well, that's why they more stressed out now because their son is locked up, got 35 years, found guilty. You think they were stressed then? No, they you know how we are. We got to take care of the business first and worry later. I got to get my son a not guilty verdict and now what you think they're going through?
Yeah, but baby, you can't put all that on them, man. 'Cause like I said, I think it was just too much stress that was going on. I haven't been in that predicament before. I hope that I never have to. But
I'm sorry.
I mean,
know
shit,
what?
man. I mean,
Okay,
I don't know. Some people just, I mean, everybody don't know.
you know what? I'm sorry. I just believe that when you act like a doormat, people will step on you. I
Yeah,
ain't nobody's doormat. I would
and,
have been.
and look, boss lady, like you say, they gave him the runaround. I bet you if he was in Baton Rouge, he was on foreign land, baby. He's in Texas. They just moved there, what, a year, 2 years ago? So he was on foreign land. You know, I mean, shit, and even with that,
Hillis.
that was even more reason for them folks not to convict that young man of first degree murder when they didn't even know the land.
Hillis. You live in Nebraska, right?
Right now, yeah,
Okay, but you was born and raised where?
in Louisiana.
Okay, is Louisiana still in you that you lived in Nebraska?
They hear it in my voice when I talk.
Thank you. Louisiana's still in them folks. I
Yeah,
was born and raised in Louisiana too. I've lived in Korea. I've lived on the East Coast. I've lived in Texas. Louisiana is still in me.
but they if anything, I wish if I didn't know they really do that right then and there, but I would have got rid of them right then and now. I would have did that. Well, I guess yeah, I done seen that done. Them superstars do it all the time for all they lawyers. But I would have I would have got rid of him. You know, especially if I felt that he wasn't representing. You know, I think they got like what 4.5 hours and paid almost $500,000. But man, all them motherfuckers ate off that money. He broke all they ass off. He probably gave everybody shit $60,000-$70,000. He
Exactly.
didn't do no work. He didn't do no work.
And that's what this attorney from the some white attorneys was talking. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna have to send you that YouTube from the Innocence Project was saying he paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for it looked like for about 6 hours of attorney work. He said that a defense attorney did not do his job. I mean, he didn't even make Carmelo look like a kid. You know, he didn't bring up expert witnesses. That the prosecution had 21 witnesses, including expert witnesses and teachers and all that. You couldn't find that one self-defense expert to say something on Carmelo's behalf. You couldn't find that one teacher or somebody to explain track culture. I'm sorry that attorney the fix was in 21 against. I mean, you only bring up 4 people.
We know the fix was in, but like I say, the dad, you know, I got to give him some grace. I just hope that this time, you know, this time around, if they win that appeal and be able to get another trial date, that, you know, they do take initiative. They do get more involved, you know, with the attorney face to face because, you know, once they seen that they wasn't aware or they wasn't disputing the things that were going on, you know, I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna step down, but I just want to point out that I just want to say this, and I'm gonna step
Hey,
down.
Illis,
It's funny
why
you
you
give
think?
your dad grace, but you don't ever give me any grace. But you're gonna get that dad grace, and you know me. But I'm set.
Salute, baby.
Bye.
Peace. What up, the truth? The truth. What's up? You hear me? Big Pressure say the nigga was listening at Charles and White and Dominique Alexander. I don't think Dominique Alexander did anything wrong. I don't think he did anything wrong, honestly. Unless he, you know, was one that, you know, shit, pushed it that way, was giving him advice as far as the attorneys and stuff to push and pay for it. But I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm gonna get a dad grace. Me neither, T. I don't think so either. The man was doing what he probably been doing. He was raising his kids, made sure they was in school, put a roof over their head. He did everything that he was supposed to do. So I can't even, say anything negative to the point where, man, he wasn't this or wasn't that. Hold on, y'all. Salute to Jason for the $5 cash out. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all hit the like button, please. And make sure, please, if you can, donate to the channel by Super Chat, PayPal, or Cash App. I would definitely appreciate the sponsorship here. But yeah, if you're feeling generous, or are you generous, or showing some compassion, like, the Metcalf boy should have showed Carmelo some compassion, then please donate to the channel. Yeah, the ball was dropped. Like I said, I could have went in that motherfucker and put on a show, you know what I'm saying, for the world. I would have definitely, been asking for Hunter. I would have been definitely, man, that's just crazy, man. Like I said, the thought of it just tripping me out. Like I said, Hunter was dead in the middle of that shit, and it's just unbelievable that this dude here was not involved in that case, not one bit. That shit's insane to me. That he wasn't involved one bit in this trial. But that damn Eddie, you know what I think, y'all? I think Eddie has always liked Carmelo's little girlfriend, the little white / Spanish girl, whatever she is, whatever, Venezuela, wherever she from, her parents from. And Eddie just couldn't stand that shit. Eddie couldn't stand that shit. Like, man, how this nigga getting that pussy? How this nigga getting that pussy? I've been knowing her way longer than this weak ass nigga. So with Eddie, he probably shit. More than likely, probably maybe text them boys and told him, man, it's a dude over here, man, talking shit. He probably knew they didn't know each other. Dude over here talking shit, this and that there, because, man, how would they even know what the conversation was and, this and that and this, you know what I'm saying? I just don't understand, man. That shit's weird to me. I'm gonna drop it, boss lady, but man, if y'all definitely enjoying the live, man, please support the platform. Y'all know I've been on here 145, man. Y'all know I will end this motherfucker. We've been on here too long to not have no super chats coming up or cash outs. Well, they, from what I understand, Brian Steele was a little busy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, shit is weird, man. Definitely weird. Fucking weird. Like I say, I heard what Sister Bebe was saying, but I mean, fuck, we get it about the lawyers. We know them motherfuckers sold out. Boss lady, the link is dropped. Yeah, he could have went to H-Town and got an attorney. Yeah. Yeah. Especially with all that damn money they had. But the thing of it is, though, y'all, the dude had just moved out. He didn't know the land. And, they just got caught up. And Carmelo catching um, the bad end of the stick. Okay, hey, I appreciate you for subscribing. Hey, what up, boss lady?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good? You good? What are you doing today?
Oh man, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
That's what's up. What
I
you got
just
going on?
wanted to,
Just
man,
pop your shit.
this is what I feel, and this is what be pissing me, and this what's been pissing me off. They like, oh, all he had to do was get on the stand and tell his truth. It don't matter if he got on the stand. It don't matter shit because they already, excuse my language,
No, do your
because they
thing.
already knew what they was gonna do because they all
Facts.
friends, they all relatives. Like it don't matter what anybody would have did.
Right.
That's the point. That's the true facts. It don't matter at all because they all know each other. It's just like the jail that Melo's supposed to go to. Austin uncle was a warden of the state and all that other like of the county, not the
Everybody knew
county
each other.
jail.
Everybody had interest with one another, some way, somehow, you know. But they didn't know that. They just moved here from. I mean, we wouldn't have known that shit either, though, them white folks. But I still would have, probably went through the same procedures Carmelo dad did, and yeah, ain't no telling, man. Ain't no telling. But honestly, they should have beat the case with all them damn kids lying. You know, that was one thing. Them motherfuckers lying left and right. And they act like that didn't mean absolutely nothing. Not a damn thing. That's the crazy part. So yeah, the fix was already in. The shit was beat. And hey man, you gotta fight like hell to get Carmelo up out of that damn cell. That's for damn sure. Gotta fight like hell to get him up out of there, cause man, that's ugly, boy. That's ugly, man. Y'all know now check this out. The twins' dad, Jeff Metcalf, right? Oh, Jeffrey Charles here, he did a little time as well. He caught him an SA charge. That's probably why this ex-wife, be looking at him in disgust. That's why she be looking in disgust. Every time on them videos, motherfucker looking in disgust every time Jeff come around. So, big pressure, man. Like I said, man, I don't know what happened with that, bro. All right, now you back in there.
I'm sorry, I had got a phone call.
No, True Seeker, nope. It didn't matter. They didn't have nobody to cross his arm. Oh yeah, he did. I'm sorry, they did cross his arm, the witnesses.
Yeah, all the witnesses lied on that stand.
Yeah.
Every last word. Like Eddie lied and said he ain't know him, which is his cousin, which was his girlfriend cousin.
Yeah. They like I say,
And then my thing is they never showed a video of him like actually poking him or anything. They don't show any of that. They said he was sitting down the whole time, all that. So if he's sitting down the whole time, how is he the aggressor?
but think about this here though. I want you to think about this here. I want everybody to think about this. Check this shit out, right? Check this shit out, right? This peak game. Um,
Cause I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something to you because I just was in a situation like this, and I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let you I'm gonna go ahead and listen, and I'm gonna tell you a situation I was just literally in a couple of days ago. It was the same situation.
If Carmelo never stood up, he never showed any aggression or anything like that, but just trying to escape and get away. Who's to say that motherfucker Carmelo even took that little blade or whatever out? And
Exactly.
everybody keeps saying we didn't see nobody stab or do this or do that. So I still got to go with the theory, like the white woman said, the older white woman, that maybe Austin fell on that motherfucker. I mean,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Because it would have showed some type of hand movement,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, or something. You know, I don't know. Hit your camera, OG. All right, hold on, shit. You gotta hit it again, OG. Go ahead. I hear you, boss lady. Go ahead.
Okay, look, I was just in a situation, right? So, his my man cousin had invited us to her crib, and her brothers came over there. Mad didn't want us over there on bullshit. They try to start shit with my man. He's sitting down, and he got a pocket knife on him because that's what he carried to protect himself. They got weapons on them and shit though. But we sitting there like we ain't doing nothing to nobody. They just came, start fucking with us. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what? It's time for us to get up out of here. Cause my man was gonna retaliate. And I said, he was trying to fight them. And I said, you know what? They got weapons, we outnumbered. I'm like, let's get the fuck up out of here. Cause it was like 10 of them motherfuckers. It wasn't even 4 though. It was 10. And I said, you know what? This ain't gonna even end good. Let's go. But the point of what I'm trying to say is, we got invited to somewhere and they came fucking with us for no reason. And we had a right to defend ourselves, and we was gonna defend ourselves, but we like, okay, nah. They had big weapons, and we done had that. So I'm like, you know what? It's best for us to leave. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you can be somewhere at a time where ain't nobody messing with you, and they just want to mess with you. And then if you defend us, if we would have stood there and defend ourselves, we would have been wrong, right? Or we would have been right.
Well, shit. You could have defended yourself, but long as ain't nobody, pass away, I guess. I don't know. But that's pretty much the same thing, like you
But
said
like,
with
it's the
Melo.
same thing. That's what I was saying. Like, it's the same thing
Yeah,
that Melo went through, and I literally just experienced this a couple of days ago. So I'm getting to the point. Like, you gotta defend yourself, because if not, like, man, motherfuckers was trying to kill us for no reason, just because we was just sitting there.
True Seeker say that Austin probably OD'd off that fatty allegedly. Shit,
Right?
probably so.
Because they
Probably
said he
so.
had drugs in his system. They ain't even put that out though.
That's what they say. Oh, gee, you got
And they
something to
said he
talk
was
about,
on
bro?
steroids.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you what this case is about. I'm white and I say so. Keep your hands off of white people. That's what they trying to tell the black man. No matter if the white man is stomping the shit out of you, you ain't allowed to fight back. And I'm gonna land my plane.
But they've been doing us like this for years though. Like, how long we gonna take that shit?
When we start killing each other. Yep, when we stop killing each other first.
Right.
Yep. But you right though, OG. Go ahead, Truth. What you got going?
Oh no, I'm just listening in. I'm on the
Oh, well,
road,
check
so
this
you might
out.
be cutting in and out. Go ahead.
Let me let me share my video right quick. I want y'all to listen to it. Y'all the other day on freezing shit, they had another witness come up. Another white lady.
Shout out to you. I appreciate y'all coming in. I see you.
And then another thing is, okay, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that, but y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me try to share my screen again. For some reason, yeah, y'all could have kept talking, but yeah. I'm trying to show. Let's see if this worked now. Let me try it again.
Can you guys hear Miss Daisy? Can you say hello again, Miss Daisy?
Hello.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
You're closer to the mic right there. So, Miss Daisy, I really appreciate you, Miss Daisy. We talked already via phone, but I just want to say on the show that we really appreciate you. And before we get started, is there anything initially that you want to say before we actually get into the meat and potatoes?
Nothing that's top of mind. I kind of will set the stage for everyone so they can kind of visualize what I was kind of seeing as I was there.
Hit the like button, y'all, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please support the channel by donating, by super chat, cash app, PayPal.
Ms. Daisy. And thank y'all for the Jews, and I'm going to read the super caps in 1 second. What? Do you live in Texas? Could you let them know? Do you live in Texas, Miss Daisy?
I do.
You don't have to tell us exactly where you live, but do you live close to Frisco?
About a couple hours drive.
About a couple hours drive.
I'll give it that. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a drive to get there. It wasn't minutes down the road.
Miss Daisy lives a couple hours down the road, and she was compelled to go to Frisco ISD to sign off to see that video. Now, Miss Daisy, how did you even hear that there was a video for you to even be motivated to go, see this video? How did you even hear about this video?
Good question. So I was already following the case since day one of April 2nd of 2025 on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And throughout that process, we were introduced to a couple of individuals, and one of the main individuals was Tiffany Billions. She had previously submitted a FOIA request, and she walked us all through the process of how to do that exact same thing.
Awesome. And shout out to Tiffany Billions. So subsequently after that, what was going through your mind? What were you saying to yourself as far as this whole incident and you seeing the video, you driving that far to see the video? What were you saying to yourself in your mind?
I mean, ultimately, I wanted to go to see, there was both sides of the fence, right? There was the opposing side and, there was the KarmeloAnthony side. So each side had mixed views on what they had seen. And for me, I think a lot of individuals, we want to see it with our own eyes. I felt like, I had been given the tools to fill out the form, drive down there, and see it for myself. That way I could take it in. And then I had no intentions on coming on the internet with it until it hit my heart to also speak up on TikTok as well. So.
Wow. Yeah. And from my understanding, the KarmeloAnthony support group is very huge on TikTok. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes.
Yeah. Listen, I just got introduced.
For the assistant to come and get me. Once she came and got me, we went behind some double doors, and then I had turned right and stood outside of an elevator, waited for that elevator to get us. We went up to the 4th floor, walked down a hallway into an office room, which had a conference room attached to it. And so Freezy, inside of that conference room, you know, a normal conference room set up, a big desk with a bunch of chairs. There was one TV up on the wall, and the administrator had a piece of paper laid out with some pins, and that is where I had to sign saying I will not record audio or video of what I was about to see on the pre-recorded video on the wall. I had already been, you know, warned, hey, don't go in with any kind of, you know, keys or phone or anything like that. So I left everything in my car, all of my personal belongings.
Same process.
Just to ensure that I didn't break any rules or wasn't, you know, breaking code. So from there, she even asked, hey, do you have anything? And I said, no, ma'am, left everything in my car.
Was there anybody else in line to see the video when you went?
Great question. Not with me. I went up alone at this point in time. So I was in the round of first people who was able to go alone by themselves. So it was myself and the administrator from Frisco ISD.
Okay. Go ahead.
So from there, we walked up to the front of the room, and she pointed at the television, and she proceeded to instruct me. You can see the video 2 minutes prior to the incident or 11 minutes prior. She said everybody was watching it at the 2 minutes mark before, and I said, no, I would like to see as far back as I could. So remind everyone, the incident had happened around 9:54 Central Standard Time on April 2nd, 2025. So 11 minutes prior to that would be 9:43 Central Standard Time. So that is the time that I had chose to start the video. So I want to make sure that that's clear. I think a few people get confused there. So I started it there. She also proceeded to tell me, hey, this is the timestamp. The timestamp is going to be at the bottom right. There's also another kind of rolling timestamp as well, but that actual time was at the bottom right. In the top left of the corner, you could see the canopy, which was the memorial canopy. And I want to remind everybody, it was half cut off. So we were viewing from the home stadium off onto the away side. And so that half of the canopy was cut off. We couldn't see anything from that left. So we could only see half to the right of the field. So I was able to familiarize myself, you know, remind you I had 11 minutes prior to the incident. And I knew from the interviews of what Hunter had did that they were coming from middle school. So prior to entering, I also looked, you know, before I even got there the day before, I looked at Google Maps, right? What does the stadium look like? Where is the middle school? Where is the athletic building? Just so I could kind of know where they would be coming from. So around 9:49 at that timestamp in the morning, I had looked to my far right of the corner, and what I believed was the four boys walking in, going off of Hunter's, you know, testament of myself, my brother, and a couple of friends were walking from the middle school. So I saw them walk in. They arrived up on the bleachers, and I want to remind everyone, the bleachers are, you know, they're metal bleachers, and then as you walk up into it, it's a metal walking path. So they, in my opinion, as I like to always put it, they were walking with a purpose. They were not walking nonchalantly to go sit down at a track meet. Did you have?
Which that tells me that somebody text them, right? Somebody, if you going over there with a purpose, that means somebody had to call or text you, right?
Which was Eddie.
Probably so. I don't know, but somebody had to do it. Not only that, during the court proceedings, remember the people that seen it in court said that when the video started, it didn't show the boys walking up. It showed them sitting down. Then it said Carmelo coming to the picture. Y'all
right, in which Carmelo was already there before they was even there.
According to the court testimony, right?
Right.
Ain't that what they said? The truth?
Yeah, that's what they said.
So from there up until from this start of this video to whatever they said in that courtroom or what they seen in that courtroom, that right there lets me know that shit was edited.
Yeah.
If you
definitely was edited.
If you seen Austin sitting down first. I wonder. Well, man, you know what's crazy? It probably wasn't even Austin that was sitting down, man. Because they said they didn't have. They said the shit was so blurry, you didn't know who was who.
They said Melo was sitting down first, and then when they went to court, they talking about Austin was sitting down. But Austin was the one that walked in. Melo was the sitting down the whole time.
Right. So with that being said, that lets me know that these motherfuckers edited that video and showed a different video to that jury. I think that confirms it even right, from right here. Because when they first said it, they said that when the video first clicked on, when they was in the courtroom, it showed Carmelo sitting down. Then it showed Austin. No, it showed Austin sitting down. I'm sorry. And then it shows Carmelo sitting down. But they saying that Austin was there first before Carmelo even got there. You see how fucked up these people is?
Yeah, and then look, the thing is, Austin then was suspended for bullying somebody else. They weren't even supposed to be on school grounds.
I mean, but you know what?
So
it is what it is. They was there.
And my thing is, why they didn't question? Why they didn't let Why they didn't let Melo girlfriend get on the stand though?
I don't worry about that irrelevant bullshit. I'm just going off that them motherfuckers was there. It is what it is.
Right.
But all bullshit aside, they said when the video first kicked on in the courtroom, y'all, it showed Austin sitting down. Then it shows Carmelo coming over there to sit down. So they had to took some footage, probably on some earlier shit, then flashed it over, showing Carmelo walking over to the 10. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, God damn.
That's exactly what they did.
They want them cameras in there.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's why they ain't want to show the public the full footage, because they know it was edited. They know they edited that shit.
Well, let's hear what you got to say, though.
Do you have a question, Freezy, or do you want me to continue?
So, when you seen how many boys was it?
Yes, I identified 4 boys walking up into the group of the canopy.
Okay, and you said they weren't walking in a nonchalant manner. You said they were walking briskly. I played a video, a TikTok video, and I think you said something. It was almost like predator versus prey was your direct quote, right?
I did, Freezy. So my exact quote was the walking with intent, as if it was almost predator versus prey. And the rest of my story will kind of attest to the reasons why and everything. And I want to remind everybody, it was raining. I could see raindrops. The video was crystal clear. I've always said it was 4K, if not 5K at best. So the video I had seen, imagine it's like an NFL football game, just it's on a smaller screen.
So let's put a pin in that right there. I have a video I'm going to play after you give your account, and later on in my show, where there's a reporter that works for Court TV. I think his name is Cody, something, black guy. He actually said he's seen the video in court, and he said that you couldn't see any raindrops, and the people, you could barely make out the people. They were very blurry. He said you couldn't see any rain or anything. So he said, if anybody said they seen raindrops or no, that's not true. You couldn't see any raindrops. You're telling us that you could. The video was that clear where you could see droplings and raindrops and all that kind of stuff. That's what you're telling.
Boy, these people dirty as fuck, man. They dirty. They are dirty, man. I mean, what do they do though? The Carmelo family. What do they do? What do they do?
Man, he got so many grounds for appeals. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Big Pressure called Eddie backdoor Eddie. I call that motherfucker Eddie the snake. But I mean,
he gonna get back in court. He gonna
But
get back.
it's gonna be a long time though, bro.
I don't know.
Them appeals take some time though, man. I hope it ain't no long time, but fuck.
He got.
All
I
right,
don't know.
let me finish playing it.
All right.
Telling this audience.
Yes. So when I started the video at the 11 minutes before, so at that 9:43 mark, it was a heavy drizzle, is like I like to put it. It wasn't like a downpour. It does get into a downpour later, but it was a constant drizzle. You could see people popping their umbrellas up, taking them down. I could see people in ponchos. I saw puddles on the track as well. So it was very visible that it was raining, and it wasn't, a bright sunny day either. And I also will say, when people say you can't see faces, no, when we all put in our request, we understood that the video needed to be redacted. And redacted means if it is a video, you cannot see the minors' faces. So they did not blur it out, but it is, far enough to where you cannot physically identify somebody. The only identifiers that we have is going off of who we know was involved in the incident. And, the video shows you kind of
right. So basically all of the other students under the tent, they kind of wanted to protect those students, right?
Yes, that is exactly correct.
Okay. Go ahead. You carry on, sis.
This shit weird, bro.
Okay. So
where we left off was the four boys was walking briskly as if it was predator versus prey towards, go ahead.
Yes. So as they were walking up on the bleachers, they walked up the steps and they did not sit down. It instantly went from a verbal to a physical altercation very quickly, and you could tell. The reason why I say they did not sit down is because anybody can tell elevation. You can tell from, I'm watching them walk up, I'm seeing that they're standing, and if they were to sit, I can tell that head had moved down. So
let me pause right there. That's why when we first heard this shit, and they were talking about Carmelo said do it and see what happened or some shit like that, right? Man, dude, that sound like a young black boy talking in today's time.
No.
They don't even use that type of I don't even think no kid would even say that, white or black, and it just don't even, I mean, dude, everybody said them same exact words. Do it and see what happens. That's how you know the motherfucker was coach, boy. Yup, Sparkle just insane. Shit is crazy. Let's continue.
I was not able to see anything from those four boys. They had surrounded him, and you could see arm movements, as if someone might have been pointing like, hey, get out of here. You could also see, what I like to say is the jumping, the punching, pushing, grabbing, shoving. And in my definition is jumping could be where one person is touching you, multiple people are touching you, you're in a group surrounded by one person touching you. That is how I define it, because you could never know who's going to jump in at the same time. So from there, you could see Carmelo pop up and out of the tent.
Okay, repeat that because we just got a super chat. It was a sound effect. You said from that point, before you go there, I noticed you said they was punching the individual. I noticed you used jumped. What did you mean by that?
So that's the terminology that I use. And I can repeat it for everybody, is jumping, and this is my definition, right? I could be completely incorrect, but whereas one individual is facing one person with other people surrounding them, so that one individual of a group could be touching them, or multiple people in that group could be touching that one said individual, right? So if it is one person touching him at the time, you don't know if those other individuals could potentially jump in, right? There's the key term of jump.
So why, hey man, so they know that they were jumping on him, bro. Why did them folks do this shit, man?
Exactly. And
Why did
then
they
why they didn't
do
show
this,
the
bro?
clear video or why they didn't show the
question.
public about the video?
Say that the truth.
I say that's the $1 million question.
I mean, I know Judge Roach, he retired, so even if that shit do come back up in appeal or whatever happens, I mean, he returned. You know, he ain't shit gonna happen to him. You know, I don't know if judges get pensions or not, but you know, I mean, shit. I mean, I'm pretty sure he didn't got enough bribery money allegedly. He probably got enough to retire on, you know. But this is insane, man. This is insane.
It really is.
And then them motherfuckers, you know, they
Now
sit up here. Say that again, brother.
No, I'm just saying they edited the hell out that video, man. That's crazy.
No doubt. No doubt. And look, yep, Miss Geechee, that's what I was saying. Man, let me tell you something. The Anthony's gonna be rich as fuck after this. If this boy make it home, they gonna be rich as fuck. They gonna get to sue the school. They gonna be able to sue this damn city of Frisco. They're gonna be able to sue the judge, the prosecutors, all that shit one by one. They can sue everybody who wronged them. Just think about that though. They're gonna be able to sue everybody who wronged them.
Yeah, if they allow him to get back in there.
Well, man, listen. You hear all these people talking about this damn video, right? I want y'all to ask yourself this question. Do y'all think somebody went in that fucking room and didn't record that shit? Or do y'all think somebody at that school haven't dubbed that shit yet? Haven't made them a copy? Dog, that tape gonna come out. That footage gonna come out. You know, the sad part about it though, Tony, they can prove collusion, but they shouldn't have to get no fucking lawyer. The goddamn state should come in and go against the state with all this evidence here. Real shit. I don't know how they do it, but yeah, they should get that heat coming from their own people. Because this shit here is terrible.
It's terrible. Beyond terrible.
Man, I know, man, yeah.
Beyond
yeah, I would have to say something, y'all. Because Carmelo dad, he made a comment, said, he said, y'all ain't looking at what I'm looking at. You know, when they was in the courtroom, right? So once I would have seen that these motherfuckers ain't showing the same video that I seen at the IDS building, however you say it. Yeah, me and old Mike Howard would have been having words right there. Or, you know, got to get rid of them. But we would have been having some serious business words, you know, about this shit. So that is insane to me.
No, right, for real. You telling the truth. Shoot, I would been doing the same shit, like you said.
Hell yeah.
All this shit is just fluky though.
Big Pressure
Like,
said, I
literally.
believe Eddie had the footage too. No kid fake record a fight. Hell yeah, man, listen, Big Pressure. I know he had it all, you know what I'm saying? Because what they were going to do was have that shit floating around, put that shit on TikTok, put it on any social media platform just so they can show Carmelo getting beat up around the little town, city or whatever town. Now, on top of that shit, with that being said, it's like Eddie Yeah, if they was walking like that with aggression, ran straight into Carmelo, didn't say nothing, all that back and forth shit they were saying in court, it didn't happen. Not if them boys just went up on him and started swinging.
And then look, I don't know if y'all remember, but Eddie said he had a recording, and then the police talking about something. We went through his phone. They ain't had no recording. Yeah, because they took the shit
They
and did
deleted them
whatever they
all.
wanted with
They
it.
deleted them all. They knew it. Yeah, the police lied too.
Exactly.
Man, I'm telling you, if the Anthonys are able to get this boy an appeal, and they win that appeal or whatever, which they would win, man, they gonna be some rich, wealthy motherfuckers, bro. Because they gonna be able to sue everybody. See, that's what's the name I'm banking on.
That's what I said. They can sue their ass and Charleston White.
They banking on the school. They banking on suing the school and all that type of shit. But well, they still might get money from the school because the kid passed away. But they ain't gonna get much of them goddamn Anthony's if this boy come home. What up, OG?
The prosecutor, the judge, and the police are watching that video right now, eating popcorn, laughing.
Do you know what it is? Because my kids, they are black and they go to a fucking white hippie school, and everybody in that town know each other. Okay, so like they already seen the videos and all that shit. They took all the videos out them kids' phones, told them not to post it. They already knew. They already told him what to do. That's why they know videos or none, because everybody was recording that shit.
Right.
Period.
I said that in the beginning.
Man, Illis, I don't even know. I don't even trust the dad to even fight for his appeal. Be real with you.
Why you say that, brother?
I just don't. I don't know. I don't see enough fight in it. I really don't see it. He looked like one of them type of dudes that accept a goddamn verdict. You know what I'm saying? And just continue on with his life. He give me that type of feel. He don't fight hard enough for me, man.
Maybe he just passive, bro. Some people are just too passive and they don't even see it. We see it, but they don't see it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not even doing what we doing. He's not going back and trying to fight to go see if they can get the real original video put back. He's not doing all that shit. Shit, we doing more for Carmelo than he is. Just by talking about it right now, we doing more than what they doing.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, that shit is weird, man. Some weird shit.
Ain't no way it's an original video floating around and you ain't trying to figure out how to get that shit put out on Front Street.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. That's the thing. Cause I was like, damn, how do you get that shit out, man? You know what I'm saying? How do you get that shit out? And that's what I was talking about. Like real talk.
Somebody at that school gonna give me that video.
Right. Hold on, let me see something. What up?
Yo, KarmeloAnthony, a bitch ass nigga for real, bro. Fuck that nigga.
Oh, well, that's off the mic.
I didn't see who it was, man. You seen him?
No, I'm driving. I ain't even fuck
that
okay.
Nigga. Yeah. I just I ain't know who the fuck that was, man. That's why I thought I had that banner up. I need to learn how to put that banner up because I ain't know if that motherfucker gonna try to porn bomb me or what. But I seen him in the back.
Sound like a Sam though.
Yeah. You know what the crazy part about it? It was a brother. Ain't that song?
That's what I said. That's what I said.
That sound like a white boy.
Yep, it was a brother. ain't that song? Your own people get online and sitting up here taking up for these white boys. These niggas bad, bro.
All skin folk ain't kin folk, huh?
Man, for real.
Ain't
For
that
real.
the truth?
Yep, for real, man. Yeah, Alice Washington, huh? That's his name, huh? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, goof ass nigga, man.
Telling you, that's one of those
Yeah,
Negro.
background. Yeah. But yeah, I was sitting up there like, damn. I say, I gotta figure out how to Hold on, let me see something. Hold up.
I don't feel like you get too many of them.
Talking about what? Tellers?
No, them weirdo motherfuckers.
Man, they come on here. They be doing that while hesitant about letting him up. I didn't know who he was. Cause sometimes they'll have like a picture up there, and then video will come on or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, they good with that, man. But yeah, I don't know, man. You know, shit. Some weird shit going on here, bro. Like I said, the lady that was on Freezy podcast right there, she explained it down to the T, bro. Just like everybody else that was seeing that video. That's why I still say maybe that old white woman that came out and said she seen the video and Austin fell on it. I don't know how he did it. That's why that video is so important to see whenever Austin fell down or slipped, that's when he got stuck. Because, bro, Carmelo didn't jug him. We know that.
Yeah.
We know he didn't jug him. If he would have did that, that little bit ass thing would have been all up in him. But, damn. That's weird, man. Notice these motherfuckers ain't never bringing to evidence. You know what's crazy, y'all? I want y'all to think about this here. Think about this, man. Oh, y'all think about this shit. Just hear me out. Just hear me out right quick. Y'all know in most cases when there's an unaliving, if it's using a knife or a pistol, a bat, a hammer, they gonna make sure they show that weapon, right?
Yeah.
Why they didn't show it in Carmelo?
Yep.
They said they didn't even bring the remember everybody kept asking, how does it look, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody getting all these different accounts of what type of knife it was. Bro, boss lady, just think about this here. Chat, just think about this shit here. Real shit. What if Austin had one himself and the one that stuck him was the one that Austin had, not Carmelo? Because if it was Carmelo, they would have brought it out and showed the jury what he used because they got evidence, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying this.
Could be.
No, I mean, hear me out, OG. You know damn well, just like this videotape. But in any, I don't give a fuck. Baby say she watched crime, law, whatever that shit, Law and Order. They show the fucking weapon in every trial that it is. Why didn't they show that damn knife? Fuck that Mesquite replica. I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Blaine Wayne, what you mean don't move the goalpost? Shit, I'm just saying. What? They had that shit in the bag. Evidence. They show the jury. When have they not? Nigga, they bring guns in that bitch. Show the guns. They ain't loaded, but they show the gun that they had. This is this fucking gun. This is his fucking knife. But I'm just saying, who's to say that? Because they never showed Carmelo. They said they didn't never see the stab. So who's to say? Bro, I'm saying it could have been 2 knives out there. That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying this. They said the police got on the stand and said the knife was legal, and they didn't give him a weapons charge.
That's fine. But what I'm saying is, y'all, if they didn't have the knife, that should have been in evidence that they should have been showing the jury. They didn't have it. Then why wouldn't they have shown that? Maybe Marco been like, that ain't my knife, or that ain't mine.
Maybe he didn't get stabbed. Maybe them drugs killed him.
Well, I get that. What I'm saying is, if Carmelo had a red one and Austin had a blue one, but the fucking prosecutors come out and say, hey, this is the one that we had that went into Austin, but it was a fucking red one, and Austin had the red one. Carmelo can be like, that ain't my motherfucking knife. I'm just saying, Blaine Wayne, he didn't have to. I ain't saying he denied not having a knife. I'm saying it might one his that stuck him. That's what I'm saying. Maybe he had one. They said they never seen no poke. They never seen his hand move. So maybe that nigga could have stuck his own goddamn self.
It's a possibility.
You know, the white boys that just came from fishing, maybe he had a fucking knife on him. I'm just saying. I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility.
I don't give a fuck where you go, what court case you got. Nigga with drugs, they gonna show the picture of the fucking drugs. I know. They show them motherfuckers. Cause them bitches told, yeah. He had this here up in here. So he had it in an orange bag with Ziploc. Yeah, this here weighed almost 1.2 pounds. Hell yeah. Shit, I'm just saying. I'm just playing devil's advocate right now. Not saying that it's true, but saying that it could have happened. I don't give a fuck about no replicas. Man, I'm not making. No, y'all sound silly. You sound silly. You know why? Because they show that shit all the time on TV. That's what I'm saying. When you watching them same shows you just got through talking about, you say, man, I watch this all the time. I know. Man, they do that shit all the time.
Yep, they sure do.
Hey, panel. Hey, Illis. So ask yourself this. They never charged Carmelo with a weapon. They never charged him for a weapon because by Texas law, the utility little knife thing that he had was considered a tool, a multi-purpose tool.
Yeah.
They intentionally did not bring that piece of evidence into court because they have put it out in the media that it was a knife. Had they shown what it really was, then everyone would have seen that it really wasn't a knife.
Right.
The blade on it was only 3 inches to 3.5 inches, I believe, and only 2 inches entered Austin. So, with that being said, if he did it with malice, intent, and force, the whole blade would have entered Austin. Only 2 inches entered Austin's chest. So, my mind says the boy fell on it.
I can agree with that.
Right, I feel that. I feel that.
I can agree with that.
So
especially if a nigga ain't never moved.
Especially if he never moved. If he was sitting down and he had it in his hand. So let's say we had it in our hand and maybe our thumb and maybe our index finger is covering up half of the 3 inch or to 3.5 inch. So what is left? Approximately maybe 2 inches, right?
Right.
Then that would be the 2 inches that he fell on.
What's your name?
Yeah, but the point is, it's not a weapon. Because guess what? That's what I'm saying. All them little boys be having them little Swiss Army knives on them. Shit, okay, I used to have one when I was a kid. I got one now.
So ask yourself this. If he was never charged with having a weapon, how was they supposed to charge him with murder? When murder, you have to prove intent, malice, and premeditation.
Because they did what the fuck they wanted to do.
Exactly.
While we no cameras up in there.
Exactly. Everything that we're saying is all true at the same time.
I wouldn't. Ain't no fucking way I would have went in that court without no fucking cameras, man. Ain't no way in hell.
But the judge that's his courtroom, and he can say cameras or no cameras.
Well, we would have been fighting for a different venue.
Okay, so let's talk about the different venue. So by law, his defense attorney should have filed for a different venue based on the fact that KarmeloAnthony and his family were being doxxed, they were being threatened, and that they had to move approximately 8 times. That was grounds for a change of venue. That goes to show that was ineffective counsel, because any right lawyer in their right mind would have filed for a change of venue.
I like this comment here. They should have shown a knife, because you got to think about the grip on a 3-inch knife, handle location, grip location, and the size of Austin's hand. Yeah.
Well, that was just my food for thought, panel. I just wanted to raise those questions.
Hey, I'm like this. Who's to say 100 and pushes, brother, on top of Carmelo?
Because you have to think it was 4-on-1, and if Carmelo never got up, and he basically the word they used was crab walk backwards, then that means he was in no position to stand up.
Do y'all know what crab walking is?
No.
Crab walking is when you say like your hand, you bent over, but your hands are in front of you.
No, backwards. He did it backwards. So
no, listen, your hands are in front of you, and say you put them on the ground, OG, right?
Yeah.
And the only thing you doing, you moving backwards, but you bent over. That's crab walking. Duck walking is when you got your hands behind your head.
Okay,
I'm just Go ahead.
So imagine your hands behind you, and you're using your hands to pull your body backwards. Not forward, but backwards.
His hands would have been behind him, would it?
No, if he was sitting down and he was pushed back.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
He would be doing it backwards.
Boy fell on Austin, and then that boy fell on Austin too.
Right.
No, he slipped on that. He would have had to slip on that fucking bench because it was wet.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So they said that Carmelo crab crawled back.
Yeah, I got you.
And he stood up, and then he looked to the left, he looked to the right, and then he went diagonally down the stairs and down the bleachers.
Like, you don't see Melo stabbing him or anything.
No,
because he fell on him. And the other boy that was trying to fight them fell on Austin, and that's how it pushed farther into his heart.
Go ahead, Geechee.
No, I'm just saying that if you go by everyone's account that went to the school district to see the video, they all said that when he tried to pull back, they pulled him forward by the front of his hoodie. So they were essentially trying to keep him from leaving. They was essentially trying to hold him.
Right. Now, did the prosecution, did the DA, defense attorney, say that in court that they pulled him back in?
No, he said none of this. This is why the ineffective counsel is going to be so important, because of all of the mistakes that he made from the beginning of this case.
You know what I think, y'all? When they were trying to ship that boy off real quick, fast, and hurry, they were hoping that they get him over there with the old boy at in Bird, and one of the motherfuckers in there take him out.
Not only that, they put it in a position to be taken out.
Yeah. And I'm like, and look, OG said the other night, say shit, when he got locked up, it took him down to shit 2-3 months to get
everybody said that. Everyone said that. But then you have to go back to this. When in the history of courts have you ever seen any superior court hold Saturday court? I'll wait.
Never.
Until this trial.
But they were trying to go and get all that shit out there, wrap it up. Now, let me ask you something, Ms. Geechee. This is what I heard. I heard that the jury really couldn't decide on the time that they were gonna give him. They say allegedly Judge Roach Jr. went in there and told me he wanted this done quick, so he helped them come up with the 35 years.
Yes, but look at the amount of time that he has to serve before he's even eligible for parole. 17 and a half years. That was the same age that Austin Metcalf died at. Isn't that such a coincidence?
We got that. Yeah, we got that. But I'm saying, if that's true, then he's not supposed to be in there fucking with the jury while they deliberate.
But let me tell you something. If y'all go back and look at this man's records, which we can by law, he's had a lot of sanctions against him as a judge. That means that the Bar Association found valid reason to sanction him for whatever reason they did. That's why it's good for us as a whole, as a community, to go to the Bar Association and ask for the complaint record or file on these particular people.
Big Pressure say you fucking up the defense. Say Carmelo or the defense attorney never denied the tool as being a knife.
No, but what it was he was never charged for it as a knife. He never was charged for it as a weapon. Under Texas law, they said that it was legal and lawful for him to have on his person and at that track meet because it was considered a multi-tool.
And that it was legal.
And that it was legal.
Go ahead, OG, my bad.
I said that's what the police officer said on the stand. He said we can't charge him with a weapon because it's legal to have.
Well, what she's saying is, Big Pressure, that you niggas in Mississippi, y'all kind of slow.
And also this, why was negligent homicide never considered? Why wasn't involuntary manslaughter ever considered? Because there was no malice, there was no intent, and he never woke up saying that he was going to that track meet to hurt or stab anyone.
But them twins did. They got a post on IG by monkeys, right?
Okay, so I have that. Everyone tried to. I actually took a screenshot of that particular post before it was deleted from and scrubbed from the internet and off of his Instagram, which was, and this is how bleed us as Black people. Let's find out what he had on, because he had on some dark jeans on that post, and he had guns on his lap, and he said, "I dare any of these monkeys," with a monkey emoji, to show up at this track meet. How was that something that was false or made up? That was something that actually came from his Instagram post that they quickly deleted and deemed as fake. It was not fake. I took the screenshot personally from his Instagram, and I still have it.
Yeah.
That shows his racial intent.
Right. Yeah, this shit weird, man. All this shit is weird. But
I don't know why. I don't know why his defense attorney didn't call into Austin and Hunter's disciplinary files from school. The complaints, the documented complaints about the bullying and things from the, like, he didn't give a good defense. He did not put on a good defense for this young man, and it's very sad.
Blaine Wayne, how I'm gonna pull out the post? I ain't got no damn post of no Metcalf boys. And then she says deleted. So I
have a screenshot of it. I said yes, it was deleted and scrubbed from the internet, but I still have my personal screenshot of it.
Oh, well, show if you want to show them on your phone. I mean, I'm not gonna have that shit, Blaine Wayne.
I want to say it.
Well, I can email it to Ellis. I will not put it up publicly because they will not be coming at me for something that I know to be factual and true. But I will send it to Ellis, and how he chooses to disseminate it, to his people is totally up to him.
Don't even worry about sending it to me, because I'm not gonna get struck. That's why I said, yeah, y'all want to see it? She can show it to you on your phone. Yeah. Real talk. But anyway, last words, y'all. Cause yeah, man. I've been on here a little bit too long.
So my last words is, what would you do if this was your son and fair is fair?
Say that again.
What would you want people to do to help you if this was your son and fair is fair?
Oh yeah. Oh man. I guess the same thing we doing now. Trying to get the message out there. But we can't keep hating on each other.
No, we can't. Not at all. But thank you, Ellis, for having me up. Thank you to the people on the panel, and you guys have a wonderful day.
All right, Miss Gidget, salute. I'm not scared, y'all. Shit, only thing that's scared is them damn super chats. Shit, I gotta go. Shit, I've been generous. I've been generous staying on this bit for 3 hours. Shit. Hell yeah. That's for real, man. Boss lady, it's on you.
And the thing is, they sitting out threats and all that just because somebody got their opinion. Like, don't nobody care about y'all sending out threats. Like, who cares? Like, the purpose of that's how you know they trying to hide stuff. Because why y'all threatening people for what though? Just because they have their opinion. Because they think they
don't get it yet, OG. Why they do that, OG?
I already know why they do it, because they want to stop talking.
No, OG always says in their culture.
Oh yeah, it's been like this. That's why I'm like, and then when we defend ourselves, we wrong though.
Oh yeah, yeah, no doubt.
Like, I'm really getting sick of that, and they always say you people or call us watermelon and say, oh, we love chicken and all this. They always talk. They've been doing this for freaking years.
Well, we've been saying that shit down in Louisiana. Real talk. But I appreciate you, boss lady. I'm moving along like crooked ass Judge Roach Jr. around this motherfucker. That's what I'm doing.
Shit, his name Judge Roach. He gonna be a damn roach.
Yes, indeed. I gotta get out of here. Hey man, it's on you.
Right. Salute.
Yep. Salute the truth, man. It's on you, man. What you gotta say before we get up out of here?
It's on me. It's on me, OG.
Yeah, man. If I was you, I'd tell them motherfuckers, y'all some hating them motherfuckers ain't sent this man not one super chat today.
Yeah. Y'all support the homie, man. Y'all support him, dog. Y'all be going over there and support Keywan and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's all right. But look, when I start talking about his ass, then I get some super chats. Talking about a fucking transgender, trans wannabe.
Yeah. Y'all go support Ratchet and Keywan, but when the real talk, y'all don't support the real. Ain't that a bitch?
That's how that shit go. That's how that shit go, brother.
Hey, let me say this, man. Hey, first of all, man, free the kid, man. Free Carmelo the long way. You know what I'm saying? Bring the kid home. Black love is black power, baby, and I'm out.
Already. OG's on you, man.
Hey, all you black content creators, y'all need to start putting your foot on these racist mainstream media news and the court system. Y'all expose to the world what America's really about.
But OG, you know the sad part about it though, man? We tell them we ask them to do that shit, OG, but the fucked up part about it is they'll go out there and pull that trigger on us. They'll point that pistol at me and you, but won't point it at the white boy.
I've been said that.
Dirty motherfuckers.
The shooters over some tennis shoes. As soon as the white man come on the block and talking about tearing buildings down and gentrified and shit, motherfuckers' buttholes get tight.
No doubt. No doubt, man. But shit, bro, I so appreciate you today, Brand.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the you supporting the platform, man. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Already.
All right, I'm gonna holler at you.
Yes, sir. Salute to Tony, man. I got me my super chat today, but I'm not showing no fucking screenshot because I ain't got it anyway. So with that being said, man, I hope we learned something out of this live today, and hopefully the word of today was that some people think that Carmelo dad ain't got no toughness, man. He ain't got no toughness. So hopefully if that's the case, then hopefully he shows some toughness. I mean, I can't throw that on the guy, man. Cause like I say, I don't know what the fuck I'd be thinking if my son was in a predicament like this, man. Cause this some real life shit. This some real life shit, man. Cause it don't only affect him, it affects everybody in the fucking house. That's just like Carmelo mom, man. You know, shit. She doing time right along with him. She doing time right along with that boy. You know, just because he behind the wall, shit, she doing time on the outside. The family doing time. This man, listen, that's why I say, man, fuck Charleston White and fuck all these other coon ass niggas because, bro, the man lost his job because you had racist ass white boys and probably some punk ass Negroes come up there harassing him on his job. So now his son have been found guilty. He locked up in a penitentiary. Now I gotta find motherfucking money to get down there to go visit him. I don't have no job. I ain't got no money. I want to go see my son and make sure he's looking good straight until I be able to try to appeal this shit. But I got punk ass niggas sitting up here trying to use my son hard times for their personal gain. Shit is fucking fucked up, man. It is fucked up. And with that being said, Big Pressure, guess what? I'm going to read the room. I'm out of here. Peace.